Hello everyone. Welcome back to Ageless Teachings. Today we're diving deep into the world of parables and uncovering some hidden meanings you might have missed. Parables have been moral guides for centuries, offering timeless wisdom and life lessons that resonate with people from all walks of life. But what makes parables so effective? The answer lies in their unique ability to engage our hearts and minds in ways we're often not even aware of. On the surface, parables seem simple, even simplistic, but that's exactly what makes them so powerful. They're able to tap into our collective human experience, speaking to us on a deep and intuitive level. And yet, despite their simplicity, parables continue to fascinate and inspire us, offering a depth and richness that's unmatched by more straightforward forms of teaching. At their core, parables are stories that convey complex moral truths in a way that's both accessible and profound. They're able to distill the essence of an idea or principle, presenting it in a way that's easy to grasp and remember. But what's often overlooked is the sheer genius that goes into crafting these stories. The way they're carefully designed to engage our minds and hearts, and to challenge our assumptions and biases. Whether it's the biblical parables of Jesus, the wisdom tales of ancient Greece, or the teaching stories of Eastern spirituality, parables have been used across cultures and traditions to convey moral guidance and spiritual wisdom. And what's remarkable is that despite their differences, these parables often share a common purpose: to awaken us to new perspectives, to challenge our assumptions, and to inspire us to live more meaningful lives. Many of us have been conditioned to think that parables are straightforward, that they're simply stories with a clear moral lesson attached. But the truth is, parables are often far more complex and nuanced than we give them credit for. They're like onions with layer upon layer of meaning waiting to be uncovered. And it's this hidden depth that makes them so fascinating, so worth exploring and rediscovering. Take, for example, the parable of the Good Samaritan. On the surface, it's a simple story about a kind stranger who helps a traveler in need. But scratch beneath the surface, and you'll find a rich tapestry of themes and motifs, from the nature of compassion and empathy to the dangers of prejudice and bias. There's the prophetic call to action, the challenge to rethink our priorities and values, and the subtle critique of religious and social norms. As Jesus says in Luke 10:37, and he said, "He who showed mercy on it." Then Jesus said to him, "Go and do likewise." Or consider the parable of the Prodigal Son, often seen as a story about forgiveness and redemption. But what about the complex family dynamics at play, the nuanced exploration of shame and guilt, or the subtle commentary on social class and status? There's even the intriguing suggestion that the true hero of the story might not be the prodigal son, but the elder brother, who's forced to confront his own resentment and jealousy. In Luke 15:32, the father says, "It was right that we should make merry and be glad, for your brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found." As we delve deeper into these parables, we begin to uncover some surprising and profound insights. Take, for instance, the parable of the talents, where a master entrusts his servants with varying amounts of wealth. On the surface, it's a story about financial responsibility and accountability. But what about the subtle exploration of fear and risk-taking, or the commentary on social inequality and power dynamics? One of the most surprising insights I've discovered in my own exploration of parables is the way they often challenge our assumptions about morality and ethics. Take, for example, the parable of the unforgiving servant, where a king forgives a massive debt, only to see the servant refuse to forgive a smaller debt owed to him. On one level, it's a story about the importance of forgiveness. But what about the subtle critique of our justice systems, or the commentary on the nature of mercy and compassion? As we continue to peel back the layers of these parables, we're struck by their enduring relevance and power. They're not just quaint relics of a bygone era, but living, breathing stories that speak to the very heart of what it means to be human. And what's remarkable is that despite their age, they continue to surprise and challenge us, offering a depth and richness that's unmatched by more modern forms of storytelling. So, as we reflect on the parables that have shaped our lives, let's not be content with superficial readings or shallow interpretations. Let's dive deeper, letting the stories unfold and reveal their hidden meanings. Let's rediscover the power and wisdom of these timeless tales and allow them to challenge our assumptions, inspire our hearts, and guide us on our own journeys of growth and transformation. Before I sign off, I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite parable, and what hidden insights have you discovered in your own exploration of these stories? Let me know in the comments below, and feel free to suggest other topics you'd like me to explore in future videos. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the hidden meanings of our favorite parables. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more uplifting content. I'm committed to creating videos that inspire, encourage, and challenge you to deepen your faith and trust in God. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.